Arrma punch settings. Each ESC on the new Arrma cars like the Arrma Nero and this Arrma Outcast comes with numerous different punch settings. The Arrma Nero has 5 punch settings. The default is number 2. The Arrma Nero has the Outcast rather, has a staggering 9 punch settings, with the default being number 4. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with punch settings, and I wasn't until I started looking at this in more detail, the punch setting is like the amount of power the thing first gets when you first hit that throttle, how much power you're getting fed in on there, with 1 being the smallest amount and 9 or 5 in the case of Nero being the largest amount. Why might you want to change those? Well, on the Nero, I've backed it down to punch setting 1 for climb mode, because on the even on the standard one, level 2, it was just too much power off the line on climb mode, and it was losing traction. Wasn't able to crawl with it as I thought you might with climb mode. So I just wanted to show you briefly on the Arrma Outcast here, as it's far easier to video how to change the punch settings. It is exactly the same on both cars, with one exception. There are 5 what they call variables, and you will need to scan down to the variable which controls the punch settings. Now, the Arrma Nero, the punch setting is on variable number 5. On the Arrma Outcast, the punch setting variable is variable number 2. So it's not the same for all Arrma vehicles, even though the ESCs are, I guess, fairly similar. You will need to read the manual to find out which variable you need to tune your Nero or Outcast to in order to change the punch setting. With the power on to your ESC and your transmitter turned off, press the set button down here, turn the ESC on. You will see it flash red here until eventually it flashes green. Once, then twice, then 3 times, and then 4, and then 5. It is scanning through each of the variables. So when we get to number 2, 1, 2, there we go. Let go of the button when you've got it on 2 there. Then that variable is set for the punch settings. What it is now flashing, the red, is for the relevant punch setting. Now, once the red light is flashing, that is the current punch level. To increase this, simply press this button on the side and just keep moving that up until you get to the required level that you want to do. So just by scanning through on this, you can increase the relevant punch level or decrease it, but just cycle through all 9 modes until you get back to 1 again. So here we are, press that. Now we're going to go to 2 and to 3 and to 4 and so on and so on. So that is how simple it is to set the punch setting. Once you've set the relevant punch setting on here, simply turn it off, and when you turn it back on, everything will be absolutely as normal, except your controller will now be set on the punch level that you just changed it to. Currently flashing because the transmitter is turned off. So that is the basic guide as to how to set the punch level on your car. It is very easy. Hopefully I've got that across in this video. I did have to reshoot this quite a few times, as it not you kind of try to read the instruction manual at the same time as demonstrating it is not so easy. However, that is how you change the punch level on your Arrma Outcast. It is pretty much the same on the Nero. The reason why I chose to shoot the Outcast is you've got so much of the cage over the top of the Nero, you'd be looking at the light and it being under my finger under here. Far easier to shoot it on the Outcast. Well, I hope you liked this video and I hope it helps you out. If you did, then please do subscribe and by all means share with friends.
Well, if you like our Driftomaniacs videos, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook and on YouTube. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.